to think that you'd understand, but oh, I don't know, the line is drawn within, and see how the categories overlap when you are making your way through these traps. And oh, how the people seem so uninformed when they are eating meat until their brains have conformed, and see how the people live their everyday, and they say that I'm the one who's crazy. And I'd like to know how to gently approach this. You wear your heart on your shoulders, and I'd like to know what you will be like when you're older. And you wear your heart on your shoulders, and I'd like to know what you will be like when you're older, like when you're older.
Who's hungry?
I was first to 3 in a downtown dive in Knoxville, Tennessee. You were on your knees in a bathroom trying to write another letter to me. You fell hard, you're out cold, thinking you'd hide it from me. Tell me all the promises that you won't keep at night when you're falling asleep. Three out of town, a radio spot, and so I'd have a reason to leave. You were all alone in a cold gray room, tired, trying not to scream. You looked up, you looked down, couldn't find any reason for me. You're waiting for a man to never understand if he's drowning Knoxville, Tennessee. You were on your knees in a bathroom trying to write another letter to me. I'll never know just why you act this way when you run into me. Guess you're too afraid to say out loud all the things you wrote to me. Tell me all the promises that you won't keep at night when we're falling asleep. You could be the reason why I dream so big. Take it all away from me. You could be the reason why I dream so big. Take it all away from me.
Hi, this is Brian, and I'm with Record Greensboro, and right now we're at a undisclosed location, maybe in Greensboro, maybe not, but we are here with Laura Jean Vincent and David Tippett. So hey,
Hello.
It's great to be here with you guys.
Thanks so much for having us on the program. This is very cool.
It's our pleasure, definitely. So you were telling me a little bit before that you came to Greensboro for the music scene.
We did, actually. We spent a lot of time in, Charleston, South Carolina, and we lived in Nashville for a while, and we were very blessed to be a part of those music scenes, and we just kept hearing really great things about Greensboro. We had some friends that were in town and played music constantly. It seemed like they always were having great gigs and great times, and a lot of collaboration, which is really cool, and just a lot of opportunities to just do something different. And so we eventually just made it happen so we could come to Greensboro, so we could play music in this area. I think there's a lot of talent in this area, and we really have benefited from being around that and being able to play shows with people that are in the area.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, in your experience here in Greensboro, what would you say would be something that would make it different from either the Charleston or Asheville or wherever else scene?
The thing I love about Greensboro the most, as far as that music scene goes, is the collaborative aspect of it. I really feel like, and it's not that the other scenes were not, as open as well, but Greensboro just seems that they really want everybody to be a part of the party, and it felt very welcoming, and it felt very natural. It didn't feel, and it's not to say that it wasn't still hard work to get gigs and to be able to book shows, but it just seemed like you had a lot of help on the ground, and you had a lot of people that supported the shows as well as played the shows. So your musicians weren't just going just to see, their own bands play. They were coming out to see your band play, and they were wanting to know what you were doing, and there just seemed like to be a real excitement going on in the area, and it always just felt very natural and very comfortable, and we really enjoyed it, and we really have been since then.
No. Cool. So when you perform out, is it typically you with guitar? Is it, or you two as a duet?
Both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit of both.
If the stage is big enough, I bring my drums, and a lot of times I'll just watch her play.
I still get some good solo gigs here and there just to kind of fill the calendar with. Most of when we travel and we go out of town, it's mostly just us as a duo. It's a simple thing to do. We're married, we have band practice just down the hall, so we can get to it pretty easily. And but we're really lucky, and we have the money to be able to pay our musicians. We have a keyboard player and a bass player that comes with us sometimes. And sometimes when we show up to play at a show in Greensboro, for example, just last week I played a show at New York Pizza, and my friend Casey Horton had the viola there, and so she was able to jump in and play viola with us.
She's
it's kind of
great.
a surprise exactly. So it's kind of a surprise every time, and kind of how it happens. But the core base of the band is I definitely write a lot of the songs, but without Dave's influence, it wouldn't be what it is. He came from a kind of a different sounding background. He came from like a metal kind of heavy metal background of playing, loud guitars and all that. And then but then when he transitioned to drums, having him as the other half of the band really changed the way we sound. And so it's been really cool to travel as a duo, as a couple as a duo, because, it's like you spend all the time together, and it's great. It's like you spend all the time together, it's great. So you're kind of stuck doing that, but it's simpler, and it makes it more fun sometimes too, because it's our vacation is kind of to go. We joke we're like date night, gig night, it's kind of like our date night kind of a thing. So we keep it just the two of us most of the time, and then whenever I can afford to be able to, share the love and share the wealth with other musicians, we invite them on stage for sure.
Promise me you'll love me. Promise me you'll still love me. feel right. Promising you bury me, promise me you'll bury me deep, so I can't hear the sound my old lover's weep. Tell me that you'll speak of me, tell me that you'll speak kind words of integrity than I want it to be. We're still asking ourselves why. No more time to say goodbye. No more questions, no more lies. There's no wrong way, this don't feel right. Your arms no longer comfort me. This place no longer feels like home. Your arms no longer comfort me. This place no longer feels like home. We're still asking ourselves why. No more time to say goodbye. No more questions, no more lies. There's no wrong way, this don't feel right.
So you used to write songs alone? Like, what was your songwriting process when you first started in music?
When I first started, I definitely wrote alone for a long time. It took a while before I was brave enough to kind of collaborate songwriting. Because again, it's not that every song was so personal and only autobiographical, but I definitely drew from my own experiences. I almost felt like it was kind of like my own little therapy session, being able to write a song. But for the most part, we travel just the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really great to have Dave on stage because, like I said before, I was kind of just a girl with a guitar. And, I know I got bored on stage sometimes. I'm sure the audience would get bored too.
Never.
And so, I know, never. And so it's been really great just to have him up there, just to have a whole different dynamic of sound. And, I mean, you weren't always even a drummer, so
Nope.
you came into playing.
Yeah, I was a heavy metal guitar player and singer for a long time.
Yeah.
And, picked up drums when I was 38 to play for a David Bowie tribute band.
And I got really lucky because he just ended up really liking the drums and took to him really well. And he practices
Mhm.
every day and makes me look really bad with his practice regimen because he's so good about it. But it's just been really great to have him on stage. And I think it's just really great to share music with somebody else on stage because it makes it a whole different dynamic. And it just kind of happens to help that, it's kind of nice that, we're actually a couple and we're married. So it's kind of nice to have your person on stage with you sometimes too.
Awesome.
And I think there's something really special about North Carolina in general. I'm a little biased. I know I'm a North Carolina girl.
Yeah.
But I just think a lot of talent comes out of this area. A lot of my favorite artists are from North Carolina. A lot of my favorite influential, songwriters are from North Carolina. And
Name some.
I definitely am a big fan of, I definitely am a big Ryan Adams fan. I've grown up listening to him for a long time. Some of my biggest influences, though, are definitely Gillian Welch is a huge influence. Nico Case is a huge influence. They're not necessarily North Carolina, but they're just influences in general. But even some of the newer artists like Rihanna Giddens, who's come out lately, she's incredible. Emmylou Harris is from North Carolina, and I've always loved her. Listener since I was a little girl.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of success with American Idol with North Carolina
That
connections.
kind of always stranges. It
Yeah.
doesn't weird me out, but I've noticed a lot of winners and or runner ups always are from North Carolina, and you get a lot of that. You know, sometimes audience members, you know, that they mean well, and they want to compliment you, and so they say, "Why don't you go on American Idol?" And it's just not personally a choice of mine, but it is kind of. And they always remind me. They say, "Well, all the winners come from North Carolina, and all the ones that are great are from right here," and it's true. I just think that there's talent in the water or something around here that's just really great.
Yeah. You know, we have like Chris Daughtry.
Exactly.
He didn't even win.
He didn't even win.
But,
he sells out, you know, the Coliseum, you know, kind of one way to sell that. But he definitely does really well.
Yeah, and the city did treat him well.
Absolutely.
You know, with the big concert that they threw for him, and when he
Yeah.
first broke, there had to be like 25, maybe 40,000 people from all over that came
And
to
that's
Greensboro.
I think that's what North Carolina's all about.
Oh, and it's down to me, it's only me, left to yourself on a holy eve. It's only me. Oh, you wanted to leave, you wanted to leave. Soon as you opened the door, you wanted to leave. Oh, but nothing's for free, nothing's for free. Can't give him all my money, make a fool out of me. Nothing's for free. Shots rang out, he slammed the door. Push that pedal to the floor. So hold your ground while you hold her down. Skill got loose in Texas and he's gonna give everything he paid for. Everything he paid for. Oh, and I was asleep, but I could hear them praying for me. I was asleep. Oh, and I was asleep. I could hear him feeling sorry for me. I was asleep. Made out my decisions, just let it be, just let it be. Ooh, all I wanna do is finally rest in peace. Oh, but all these machines, pumping it away, so should be. All these machines that fail me. All these machines that fail me. You should told